Okay, I missed your call. Okay, so how's the volume?
It's loud enough. It's loud enough.
Okay, lucky you. Yes.
No.
Okay, everyone, it's 6:30, and I'll call this public hearing portion to order. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll start the budget discussion.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I guess it's just an open hodgepodge of the beginnings of our 2026 budget talks. Council and audience, I believe there are some information given to you, Excel spreadsheet. I kind of divided it out to, according to the ordinance 2407, ordinance 2408, ordinance 2406, for the water, sewer, and garbage. It's just helpful information. The ordinances, I've included those for you. The garbage is 2406, and please be reminded that the garbage rates cannot be raised without having public hearings. The water rates and the sewer rates are the 2407 and 8, and within that, those two, the water is designated to increase monthly water rate by 1.73% at council discretion, and the, where is it? 2408, there it is, 1.74 increase for the sewer, sorry. But whatever the calculations are, the council can round up, round down anywise, whatever, so that it's easier to make change at the counter. So those are your ordinances. The spreadsheet, the Excel, about on the right-hand side of that 2026 Excel projection. The red is 1.73, 1.74 calculations. I did not round up or down. These are the exact percentages, mathematically wise. The possible increases, I'm just throwing them out there, with a 5% increase, a 10% increase, and then I included the RCAC recommended of the $30, how much that each one of those, the water amounts would be. So that's added information for everyone to peruse over. Yes.
Is it possible that Barbara could take a picture of that and send it to me so I can overlook that?
No.
No?
Yeah, her camera is recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know that's a disadvantage for you.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. She's gonna try and do a picture for you. Oh. Okay, are you on the community page? Okay, you see it? You see it now? Do you see it? Oh, you're not on the community page. Oh. Now, are you able to take a picture of that?
Yeah, screenshot.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so that's something that you can have to calculate with. Like I said, I did not round up or down. I just did the exact mathematicals. So council, with having the budget given to you a couple of weeks ago, we are, Margaret's open to taking notes of your, I don't know, if you want information, suggestions. You want to go anything with current expense? Do you want to bounce around?
You didn't give us possible budget. Just give us-
No, I wanted to know where your priorities were. I haven't worked up anything yet because I don't know what your priorities are. This was just open for you to give me suggestions on your
So I noticed that if I'm putting money into the vehicle reserve fund,
I don't think this year. A suggestion that was made, a while back, if I remember right, was to have a line, line items. Okay, line items to have a, attorney, court.
court expenses.
Court expenses, or, we could have it more pleasing to the ear.
Legal expenditures. Don't we already have legal expenses?
No,
We do
in
for
order to
attorney.
go to court with, that's separate. Yes, you have an attorney. Can't remember what it's called. Attorney expenses. But if we're going to be doing the, the follow through for the, violations to your nuisances and your,
Yes, the-
if you have to go to court. But that could be a separation.
I'd like to see more money put into the vehicle reserve fund. I think it's a good habit to put money from both water and sewer in there yearly. Just like when we did a pickup, when you guys got the pickup, what was the money for? I think it's just wise to have that. Didn't we pay for part of the mower and all that too? You have the numbers on your personal property taxes yet?
No.
Anything about the public safety or local criminal?
Oh, that comes through.
Criminal justice, I have, well, criminal justice is 1,000, as is every year. But that's all stuff.
Have you been contacted by the railroad if the Lions Club parking lot will still be doing this year?
No.
That usually would come until closer to the fall.
In your airport fund, remember this next year is your wheat crop year, so that will have, wheat sale in there.
I didn't know 4,000 more, isn't it?
Some years. I usually just put down 1,000 and then whoop. Amen. Probably council in the next, meeting, maybe next 2 meetings, we will, give you the, current speculating dollar amounts for the loans and interest. Can we do
the next budget hearing is the first meeting of September.
So no things.
No, the budget hearing.
Yeah, I was talking about the budget hearing, sorry. The budget hearing, we have another budget hearing, our next meeting, which is the first meeting of September. Well, oh, 9th, September 9th, at 6:30 again.
I think that's what items that change.
So it looks like we need more money in the shop utility expense. The being an electric tax or something. So the next meeting, we have us a projected budget.
Okay.
Please.
With your numbers or our numbers?
Well, a lot of it's gonna be her numbers, and that's there right now, and what we've done in the past. We don't have any numbers till we see what we can say. For the income book carrier.
No, it's all gonna be a big surprise. We would be sitting pretty if we didn't have the surprise expenses. You know that.
They're always. Always come up with that. You guys have anything that you'd like to see in the budget that wasn't in this year's budget? Any ideas? Because we can add line items if there's something particularly you want to do, like streets or parks or water and sewer.
How are we setting fire hydrants as far as being not someone be able to replace the ones that are functional?
There's only one that's not functional, it's that down there by Ronnie's.
So that would come out of water repair.
Street.
And we have lots of meters to replace the ones that are non-functional.
Yes, we have lots of meters.
Okay.
We just don't have lots of time.
So looking through here, I see the ARPA water. 31,000.
That'll be done.
This was already promised. Repairs and projects and stuff. And it has to be by the end of
26th.
They gave it till 26.
Yep, September 26th.
Yeah, so that page goes away.
Looks like we went way over on travel expenses for better works. $2,000. What we got?
Just the different traveling, Joe and, Ruel and,
County council recommended for mileage. That is it. Maybe budget a little more for small tools and minor equipment for the water utilities. Like $1.81 left in that line.
that's on purpose. I used the amount and left $1.81 in that.
Look at the next
Yeah.
year.
I didn't want to go over, so I left $1.
What if we need something else? For the end of the year, is there,
Yeah, there's other line items, so, yeah.
Anything you see, Mr. Weederman?
Nothing really jumps out.
are we gonna need to put more in for the water testing professional fees?
Probably,
It's
every
coming.
postage will have to go up. So testing.
Those two. Looks like we'll have to go up on propane too, we're already $1,000 in. Propane?
Only if we have a cold winter.
What do they say, it's 9 edition? Earlier?
We may have to, increase sewer, maintenance. Things are getting to the age where they need to go to the doctor a little bit more.
Anything in particular that you want us talking about?
The Huber,
You just get that fixed.
we bought brushes, we haven't installed them yet. The motor went out this winter. Was it something with the auger? Anyway, it's starting to wear it down.
Under water utility, it says water repairs, we started with 8,000, now 3,000, so what is the water repairs involved?
Where you at?
That is on,
Um,
street, it's like the main lines in the street repairs or.
The Band-Aids.
Yeah, when we have a leak, like the, if there's a fix, when to get, we're waiting to see what Fifth Street and Third Street do.
We mean,
The Fifth Street
blow
and Third,
over.
yeah,
And it didn't cost us any money to dig that up.
She used that from other line items.
water has,
There's a couple in there which
So you're pretty flexible then with where those funds come from.
in the water fund, there's several line items that I can take money out of to pay for water repairs.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can take it out of this line item and leave that one alone till later in the year. And then when I need money, I can take it out of that line item later in the year. So, yeah, it's a flexible.
so like water supplies. There.
Yeah, so. Curiosity question, when it says spraying water wells,
That's
is that weeds? Okay. We don't have much equipment that we're using really. Backhoe, up over the
Gator, lawnmower.
Oh,
There's
No, it's not diesel. Oh, you're focused on diesel?
On diesel.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
generator.
Yeah, the generator.
Okay.
The generator is, every Tuesday operated to keep it in the,
Okay.
and just before winter, I'll do a, order for diesel so that it is set for winter to
Okay.
be full. Plan ahead, you won't have to use it.
Well, yeah. Prepared, you don't need it.
And dream roll.
That's really all I see without having an idea of what it is. Or if you do it just ordinance.
Miscellaneous engineering expense. 11,766, what would that be used for?
Century West, now this next year it would be Keller. Just some expenses that they might come up with or, do extra for us.
Supplies, parts, supplies. Sometimes parts or supplies might go in there. But like Paul said, probably Century West has gone in there. I don't know without. I can't give you specifics without looking at the chart of accounts on the computer.
Okay.
This is under capital expenditures. That part of the project.
There's something in capital expenditures that it's part of the project.
Okay. Okay.
Countdown, you got 3 minutes. Like Barbara said, your postage is gonna go up, gas prices are gonna go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, your electricity is gonna go up. insurance is gonna go up.
We pay insurance out of different funds.
Yes.
Split it. Two ways.
Raise.
Exclude utility operator benefits, that's because he's contracted.
Say again?
Zero. Utility, sewer utility operator, benefits is zero because he's contracted.
Right.
Okay.
Insurance is sewer, water, and current expense.
Okay.
Okay, well, your suggestions will be noted for the next. We'll try and get you some more information. Anyone, feel free to let the office know, ideas, whatever's that, you always think more when you get home. Oh, yeah. So, all right. With that, if there's no other suggestions to, go over, we'll close this hearing, at 7:00 and, call the regular meeting to order. Council, in your packets, and I'm sorry that they're a mess. Oh, dang it, okay. Council need to amend the agenda, if you would, under new business. Item B, progress payment number 3, just came in today. And, item C, under new business, chicken permit. That came in today.
I didn't see that. I didn't-
Yeah.
You got it?
Oh, you got one?
When you take this folder, Jim, I have a shitty card.
I didn't.
Right here.
This was in the.
Yeah,
And you
and
walked
we
out.
got it this afternoon.
Oh,
After you
oh.
left.
Okay, so any objections to amend the agenda with item B and C? Hearing none?
Move the group.
Okay. No objections, okay. All right, now, can I go? Okay. Council, you got the approval of August 12th. Regular meeting minutes. Any corrections, revisions?
I'll move the group.
Okay, it's
No,
moved
I
and
have change or thing that I want to make sure we go over here,
Oh, okay.
because we don't see it in here. Under finances, we need to make sure that it is noted in the minutes that we stated we would no longer pay the water distribution manager. And documented in the
Motion still stands?
What changes?
Oh, no, I mean, you're gonna do that and then.
Sure.
That's all right. It's moved and seconded to approve the August 12th, 2025 with changes to finance paragraph. All in favor, say aye. And any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, council, unfinished business is ordinance 2503. It is the orangey golden rod. From the previous meeting, you requested to add the late charges. Paragraph, where did it go? That is section 2. And everything else was the same from before.
It was all the same thing, basically the same thing. It doesn't say that it would be, done on the 25th. That's what they're trying to make sure it's,
It's set by resolution of the council. And the resolution is what the date is.
our whole idea was so it was more obvious in the following, ordinances and amendments to the law, that it be printed in there, because there was a lot of confusion because it wasn't printed. They may have approved it, but it wasn't, online. The 25th. And then every one of these that we've gotten for the law, it states, really well about, pay the entire amount within 20 days, late charges, and the amount set by resolution shall be added, but it doesn't say when.
And also still the.
How many people are gonna go to the office and ask to see the resolution for when the meeting starts? That's why we actually start putting it
They
in
just
the
ask.
bills, and,
They just asked.
well, we just wanted it visible.
It's on the bill. It's on every month's bill.
Well, if you go online and look, it doesn't match what this paragraph says either.
Well, that's because this isn't online yet, because it hasn't been passed yet.
Well, what's online says something about the 1st and the 15th, and there's nothing about a late fee, and there's interest at the end of the month. And if you follow state law, you actually have to have a specified period of time between when it's due and when you add a late fee in. And what you're doing here does not fall within that specified period of time either.
Okay, the paragraph above section 2, does that satisfy you? All the foregoing rates and charges for water services and any and all charges which may be fixed by the town council for such service shall be due and payable in advance on the first day of each and every month and shall be delinquent after the 20th of the month. If such amount is not paid by the last day of the month, it may bear interest thereafter at the rate of 12% per annum from the date of delinquency until paid.
It's
That says it.
not specific about a late charge. So you've got two different fees. You got a $10 late charge, and then you got this interest also.
Where do you see $10?
That's what the previous council decided to make the late charge.
Oh, that's on the bill, okay.
Which is in the resolution that this refers to.
Right, this is the ordinance that states that.
And this refers to the ordinance that set the resolution. I just copied the ordinance 0303,
Paragraph.
paragraph in ordinance 0303, section 1.1.14. That is what that section, that sentence, those two sentences are a direct quote out of ordinance 0303, section 1.1.14. That is what that ordinance says.
Well, I know that we have argued this round and round and round previously, and it doesn't match the law, it doesn't match what's online, it doesn't match our ordinance, it doesn't match the resolution, so
It is the ordinance.
That is the ordinance.
not
That's what,
according to online.
that's what ordinance 0303 says.
Well, that may be what ordinance 0303 says, But it is not what it says we abide by online.
Well, online is not gonna be different than any of our language ordinances.
Well, it is different.
Can you print that out for me and show
I
me
will.
exactly? Because they can't, what we give them, whoever them is, that's our ordinances. And that's what they print.
And it says to see the town hall office for the original ordinance.
Language.
Correct.
And or set by, the amount is set by resolution of the council, so.
Then why did you decide to add all the rest of this language?
Nothing
Yeah.
else is added.
They could just go to the office and ask you for all this.
This is what everything else on here is what was on here prior to adding that paragraph, ordinance 0303. If I were to give you ordinance 2503 as what I gave you in May, it wouldn't have section 2 as stated in ordinance 0303. It would have everything else.
And the previous ordinance 24, the previous ordinance 23, whatever. The only thing that is changed with this 2503 is the section 2.
Which from section 3, section 4, and section 5 down. That's the only thing that is changed on this.
Okay, my statement during the meeting is that I wanted it to include that it is, discharged on the 25th, late fee of $10 discharged on the 25th of the month, so that it's clear, it's right there, not so that we have to come to the office and ask to see an ordinance. Most people wouldn't even bother to do that, but it would just be nice to have it all on the newest document going forward, so we can look at this document and see the numbers, the dates.
Okay, well, the only problem is that late fees change,
Yeah.
and an ordinance,
Amended.
right, that's why there's on a resolution, so you can change a late fee without having to rewrite an ordinance. That's why it says as written by resolution.
Barbara,
Yes,
we get, when we get these, can we put any resolutions that go along with it in our packets so that we can kind of compare them? Because technically, a resolution and an ordinance should coincide with each other and basically confirm each other. And if there's, differing wording or differing anything on them, it needs to be updated and changed where they basically coincide with each other.
Or a copy with a line through the stuff that they're taking out,
Yeah,
and a different color for what's being new.
to go along with our ordinances to make sure that they fit.
well, the problem with that is then I'd be giving you 20 sheets of paper because the resolution changes every so many years.
That's fine. All I need is the most current resolution.
Which you should have because it was approved. I don't remember the date. Actually, Jeremiah might not have it because he might not have been on council when it was approved.
There, but
Right.
so that's what I'm saying, I don't have the ordinance, the resolution that goes along with this ordinance, and it'd be nice to be able to compare.
Okay, different subject. Under basic monthly water service charge. Are we having heartburn over the 1,000 still or not? We are moving down to 700 recommendation for RCAC.
No.
No,
They're
they're-
the 700.
Moving down to 700.
I know that, I'm just throwing it out there. So you are satisfied with 1,000 for this portion? Yeah. And
Well,
then,
meters to fix.
and then you've got 1 penny per cubic feet from the 1,000 to 2,000. You had heartburn over that. before, so that got changed. And then 2 cents per cubic foot over the 2,000, your overages.
And we were okay with that at the last meeting. The only thing that was asked was to add the date that you're gonna apply the late fee of $10.
Okay, so that part's okay. Still section 2. All right. So you've got, deadline, this ordinance shall take effect October 1st of 2025, shall, be in full force and effect, from and after its passage and publication as required by law. So we still have time.
Great, I don't know how to rephrase section 2 and still quote ordinance 0303.
Well, what is the wording in the ordinance? So 303,
It's right there.
no, it says that it's gonna be done on the 25th, and it's $10.
That's a resolution, it's not an ordinance 0303, it's set by a resolution approved by the council, which is what this says.
That's what we'll have to bring up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
You could also add today in the section 2, as stated in resolution, whatever it is, the late fee will be applied on the 25th of the month, and it'll be $10.
You don't want to put a dollar amount, because what if it changes?
Well, if we change it, it has to go through this process again.
The ordinances are kind of harder to change than a resolution. Resolution is council okay, right?
Okay, on the chat,
I got it.
I just think we need to
Is
have
that
the
right?
date of the 25th, somewhere that people can see it, somewhere we can see it.
As well as on the bills. Okay. Satisfied with that one? So it's tabled. Okay. All right, thank you. We've got new business. Item A, 2026 budget discussion. We only put that in there because we needed to have more, ideas thrown out on the table or not.
do you want to continue talking about the budget or not? Or was it just a talk?
No? We got 2 bed shakes, okay. Moving on, item B, which was amended, it's progress, payment number 3. And it is, C&E Trenching LLC on the back side, I think it's double-sided, yes. Amount due is $250,807.32 to be approved, assigned for.
That's on top of the 32,000 last month, and the 27,000 that we're approving tonight, plus the 250,000. Or something that makes sense.
Well, look, on the back. Let's see, where is it? You've got Schedule C, Schedule D, and then the change orders. I think that's what's on top.
This is all the scrub steel.
No. Is it?
Yep. Traffic control, clearing and grubbing, rock excavation, trench safety, pipe filling. And then downwater, fire hydrant assembly, or the fire hydrant assembly. So they did some fire hydrant work as well.
Front Street, water line. Chip seal, crushing surface.
This was all done in July. So this isn't. So they did the crushed surface and top course, that's why I thought it was crushed.
Chip seal now.
Yeah, but it's not. Surface prep, that's why I thought it was.
On the change order, it says chip seal.
But it's $0.
Yep, sure is.
water line at S and A, and the top course, crushed surfacing top course is on there, so there is some for the, getting prepared for the chip seal.
Are you confident that nothing on this sheet is a portion of the two payments that we're gonna approve tonight? An additional $250,000 on top of this, some of that.
Yes,
Is it-
I'm just looking at the budget, and the grant was for $740,000. And if we've only paid them $60,000 so far, approximately, then this is a bulk of work that they did in July.
I just don't want to get the numbers all mixed up and send them checks that don't make any sense because it's been mixed in with part of another request.
This says they've already received 234,000.
I know I haven't paid them that much.
Can we bring this back at the next meetings, once we make sure that it's totally separate?
There will be late fees added.
Well, you just bring it tonight.
Well, we just
And-
got it today.
Well,
Then there shouldn't be late fees.
Need to be allotted more time to pay without having a late fee. If we, if council's got basically 10, 15 minutes to approve something, look at it and approve it, we need more time for that.
I'm confident this isn't a duplicate. Because this includes work from the change order, which wasn't included in any of the other work.
what is the same $3,234,000?
That would be the retainage, it's just in the wrong spot.
Where should it be?
In the retainage,
Just above it?
Oh.
Anything else to ask Mr. Remick?
No, I just think it's wise to make sure that we're not mixing.
Well, I don't think we are. Okay, so that will be asked for, tomorrow.
If it says job to date.
We've done the work today, up to
yeah,
date.
it's up
right?
to July.
Oh, on the
It's
very
only
front,
through July.
on the very front, it says work done through July 31st, 2025.
So C&E is waited a month, basically, for payment, that's what I'm saying, there might be late fees. A couple weeks,
And Century West can pay
That's
those late
right,
fees.
yeah. That's why I'm worried about late fees, that's all.
Because what you're telling us is,
That problem to me, to try to push that onto us, and that's not fair.
And if they're listing 230,
Progress payment is not on this.
No.
We haven't paid it yet.
Century West.
We haven't paid progress payment 1 or 2 yet. We've approved them, we
what I'm
haven't paid
talking
them.
about, it's, you wrote a check for it today.
No, I have not.
Well, why are we getting more check register?
This is just Century West.
Century West is different than C&E trenching.
Okay, so I thought Century West, in a previous meeting, I thought you said that they bill for everything. So if it's a project, we have payment 1, payment 2, payment 3.
The
Not
Century
separate.
Century West bills us for their work, C&E. Century West sends us the progress payments, but we pay C&E trenching.
Remind me again of what Century West charged us for? That's $35,000 for, or
They,
$32,000?
they do the
Designing.
designing and finding the contractor and,
Project management.
and,
Inspection.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And then C&E comes and does the work. So Century West puts together the bill based on the paperwork that C&E turns in. So this is a bill from C&E trenching as stated by the contractor in the top corner. So that's why it has to be accepted by C&E trenching as well as Century West and Town of Lynn. So we get different bills. We've paid Century West for their part of the bill, or their part of work. We haven't paid anything to C&E yet. We've approved payments 1 and 2. We had to wait for money from CDBG before we paid them. The grant, we had to wait for the money from the grant to actually write them a check.
Yeah, we got that money in this.
We got approved for the money. We didn't actually receive the money yet, because we have to go through the process of putting in the A-19 form on Department of Commerce website. And we have to have this paperwork before we can do that.
So is there approval so that we can get the ball rolling on this, or do you want to, wait for, Mr. Remick's? What are you pointing at?
progress payment 1 and 2 on the agenda that was approved.
Yeah, they were approved, they haven't been paid yet. I have not written a check to C&E trenching yet.
At all?
No checks have been written, but you have approved progress payments 1 and 2
And what are you asking us
for progress payment number 3.
to be paid?
We're asking for progress payment number 3 for work in July.
Well, if you still haven't paid them for the first 2,
Payment number
Well, progress payment, okay, so we have to, the process is, we get a bill, the bill tells us what work they've done. Once we approve it, then Century West, thankfully, because I don't know how to do the paperwork, goes on the Department of Commerce website and puts in the bill to Department of Commerce, and all I have to do is hit a button saying submit to ask for the money to pay it because it's a grant. Then once Department of Commerce gets that paperwork, they send us the money so we can pay it.
So they pay you out piece by piece.
Correct. So once you guys approved progress payments 1 and 2, it went to Department of Commerce, which was submitted for payment. So then we receive the money and then we write the checks. It's a process that we have to wait for the money because it's not in our budget. It's in our budget, but it's not money we've received yet
Why is it in our budget if it hasn't been received yet?
because we've been awarded it and we expect it this year.
But that money's
So we
not
put
supposed to be put into the budget until it's received.
That's not what I was told last budget.
That's what you told
You
us in
can
December
budget
over
it.
TIB.
You can budget it, correct me if I'm wrong, you can budget it, but you can't write anything off of it until you get the actual money deposited into your account.
You're saying that we can't even request that part of the funding until we okay this?
Correct. We cannot approve the $250,000 to pay C&E trenching for progress payment number 3 until the council approves progress payment number 3 and we send it back to Dan at Century West.
Okay, well, the work's not even done for progress payment number 3 yet.
Yes, it is. This is
I
a
don't
bill for
see the-
July.
I don't see the chip seal all done up there and everything, and that's what's on here.
Well, no, this is July's work, and this work has already been done. What is billed on here is completed as of July.
And we're over halfway through,
August.
August, and we're just now getting this, and now we have to decide right now, because that's all the time we have without getting, late fee. So you see where our predicament is that we should be allotted more time to just double check everything. It doesn't hurt to double check, especially when you're talking that much money. Give us more time, so when they give us the information, we need to have at least a week or two to go over it. I mean, even at least a couple days.
Yeah, not a couple
But
minutes.
you're telling us if we don't do it, decide right now, we're gonna get a late fee. Well, they need to work with us, because it has to.
They've done the work though.
There's not just one middleman, we're dealing with like 3 different middlemen. And we're the last ones on the call line. And
C&E trenching was the last, the workers.
And we haven't even kind of gone through it yet.
And if this was done in July, why are we just getting it at the end of August? A month later.
That's the way it is.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, they need to get it to us quicker is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
In a
especially if they
perfect
want to
world,
give us
maybe.
1 day to
If we
approve
could do
it.
this, why not?
A few minutes to approve it.
Perfect would be, day one, I'm saying, the first week of the next month.
well, we're getting bills. The pending list has a list of July bills.
Given us 2 weeks to go over it, if we would have received this a week after the end of the month.
We don't ever get bills the week after the end of the month.
Well, then that's their problem, because they're not getting it to us soon enough.
But the
Well,
work,
tell that to the working world.
and answer to Anna's comment, have you driven up around Quail Loop? It is done.
The chip seal's done.
The chip seal is done. We
Yes,
got one
today.
more coat,
Today.
one more coat.
In a couple days.
So it's not done, has 1 more.
But they haven't charged for this right here on the change order.
But that will be a different
That'll be a different,
order.
that'll be different.
Progress payment number 4.
Yeah, progress
There
payment
should be
number
the
4.
finalizing, right?
Well, there might be 2
Progress
more.
payment 4.
Maybe 4 and 5. 4 for August and 5 for September.
What do you do next?
Oh, I don't know. If they don't get it done this week, then next week is September, so I'm just.
But this progress payment is for work done through the end of July. Yes, we have August work yet to pay. We do not have the progress payment number, whatever, yet in our hot little hands.
And we probably won't till the end of September.
What I heard to just ask if they could do anything about speeding up that process to get it to us sooner.
Yeah.
Seems like we've had this issue before, and that's why we had that special meeting. It's because it came to us the night at the meeting,
Yes.
and we needed to ask him some questions, and then he was told that we'd let him hear. He was gonna do it. That's why.
And it came later, and then
I
now
know,
this
but
is
we
this.
didn't come with this.
Well, this was just now done. Oh, those are change orders. Those were change orders.
Just snap it along.
But the work has been done. They're asking, CNE is asking to be paid for their work through Century West Engineering.
Yes.
Well, besides the fact that it says we paid them $234,000 previously, I hope that's just the error on the line item. This does look correct, and the fact that they're gonna charge us next month for the chip seal that they did today for $178,000. It looks correct because they're not billing us today for that. It's a zero. Correct. So I do think that it would be okay to approve it now that we went through the process of talking about how it's being done. And the fact that, see, we thought you were just writing checks. We thought that there was money already deposited into our,
No, you can't write the checks unless the
well, every funding agency kind of does different things, so.
granted. But things have changed.
I'll make a motion to pay August.
I'll second it.
Okay, it's moved and seconded to approve progress payment number 3, the dollar amount, $250,807.32. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Do you also give me permission to sign?
I think that goes right along with it.
Goes right along with it. Okay, so. Thank you. Good conversation. You got chicken permit.
I move to approve.
Oh, sorry.
You got it. I move to approve.
Oh, you haven't read everything.
Oh, what did I miss?
It's this. Oh, approve, well, let's approve the permit.
Yes.
Jim approved it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the, permit for, chicken coop hens in the backyard at 302 East Third Street. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed?
Opposed.
Motion carries. All right, now, here's the rest of the story. You have not seen this yet. Came in today. This afternoon. Dear City Council and anyone else attending the meeting, I received letters concerning the animals I have. Should I read the letter sent to them first?
I didn't have the letter, and
Let it
was
listen to have less confusion.
Just keep reading.
Okay. I received letters concerning the animals I have. The dog did have a problem with barking. He would even bark at his food. So he is now in a home in Pasco. The chickens, my first thought was to share them with anyone who would like some. There are 6 laying right now, and the rest would probably start laying by the beginning of October, I believe. I do not plan on getting any more. So there's your number.
Just 6.
I love watching them. To me, it's like watching a movie happen right in front of me. They help with stress. Something about watching the beauty of nature and God's creation helps me feel more grounded. I have the kids help with them to teach them about responsibility and how to grow your own food. Little girl, a 3-year-old, is an egg collector and won't let anyone else have their job. They help keep the weeds down while they free range. They eat bugs and they also fertilize the soil. When we got here, the soil seemed like it was lacking nutrients. It was super dry. The turkey grew up with the younger ones and protects them now. They follow him everywhere. He sleeps near the entrance of the coop and he is very calm with humans. If I can keep a larger amount of chickens, I can share the eggs for free to anyone who would like them. It could be helpful to someone needing something for breakfast since stores are a bit far. You all could choose a spot where I can leave them. If not, then I understand. If I need to get rid of them, then just let me know and I can do that also. Or how many I can keep. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day. Sincerely, Esmeralda. Okay, the letter that I sent them explained to them in writing. I had explained to them verbally when they first moved here that every household may have no more than 3 dogs. So the fees, $25, $10 per spay and neuter. Every year the deadline. And then I noted that your little dog is not on record with paying for his or her license. Contact Barbara. Then I made the comment that owners shall prevent their animals from making frequent, repetitive, continuous barking or noise which unreasonable disturbs or interferes with the peace, comfort, and repose of property owners or process. Did I spell that right? Anyway. Language directly out of the ordinance. My note was, your little dog may at times be lonely and voices, I miss you, quite noisily with its complaints, barking continuously, and in parentheses I wrote that people visiting the park had been reporting to me that they were upset because the dog was barking when y'all are gone. Thank you for providing a little house for it, especially when it was so hot. That's my notes. Then I gave the chicken ordinance that originally there was no animals allowed or chickens allowed. Council in 1602 allowed a maximum of 4 chicken hens. Roosters shall not be allowed. Chicken pens shall be securely constructed with a roof area providing shelter from the weather and predators, which you have done. Chicken pens shall be located no less than 10, I went on to say. The initial fee is $25, which she has paid. Let's see. Oh, under definitions of large domestic animals and small domestic animals, please note that are not what are not allowed. then I said, please stick to chickens. I listed the guinea hens, the geese, the ducks, the turkeys, the pigeons, so on and so forth. And then I complimented on their front yard and thank you, and everyone appreciates the hard work that's been done at that house. And also, please be aware that I really don't have bushes up and around it. But anyway, that's what I had sent to them. And then, in complying, the bulldog, different home, there's chickens, hens, but they're asking for more than the ordinance for limit. And she and Louise are okay with whatever the decision is. The ordinance is for no roosters.
But there's turkeys and.
Possible that I could put that next and, take a look at it, and we could possibly revisit that. About a little bit.
Sure, the ordinance says this.
Yeah, I've read the ordinance before, but, would you, be willing to put that out for me so that I can, do some adjustments, and present it to council?
The letter or the ordinance?
The ordinance.
Okay,
Okay, so that is the permit. It's been approved. The background of their desires, background with my letter that was sent. Okay. Moving on. All right, so mayor's report is next. August 26, 2025, well 7, one step closer to being back online in full operation. The first chlorination test failed, and on the second round of testing, we passed. Alex has been monitoring the pumping and the levels for a few days now. What's the next in line is the SCADA, and I believe that I've given you the definitions of SCADA in your packets. Supervisory control and data acquisition. Panels will be installed by control freaks so that both wells and both reservoirs can communicate with each other. We have a call in to them for scheduling a visit. So the SCADA is the last bit for communication with the wells and the reservoirs. Okay. Now,
And how much is that gonna cost?
it's already been done. That's the ARPA. The ARPA.
Oh,
Whatever it was. Okay, in your packets, council, do you have a green,
interlocal agreement?
Adams County Park and Rec interlocal agreement draft? You have, several pages here that is very extensive. Purpose, project scope, town of Lynn, the Park and Rec, what they each agreed to, jointly commitments, maintenance and liability, terms and termination, amendments. This is a draft like it's printed. I want you to know that it's also been sent to Ogden, Murphy, and Wallace, as well as to Keller Associates for their editing. So if the council would take the information and go through it and, I guess, add notes or get back to us, hopefully Friday, so that we can combine everybody's comments.
Who wrote this?
The Park and Rec did with help
Corinda, Jason.
Yeah. And then gave it to me. I gave them some high points of what the history of the town really isn't part of that. It's wanting to help. Keller has helped with getting some, and all that. Another process is that Curtis came up with, maybe, we don't know yet, but maybe might be wise to put something in for if the county, if Adams County Park and Rec, or TIB, or reverse that, TIB puts it for the Park and Rec to have matching funds because of them being city limits, dirty, that part would not be part of what the town would have. But anyways, just a suggestion, so that information is gonna be sent to, the Park and Rec as well as the lawyers, our lawyers.
Did he get the grant request turned in by the 13th and 15th?
Yes,
And he included that.
yes. The portion, the extra is going to be like
That's
the icing on the cake.
You said that the Parks and Rec broke, was it Lynn Park and Rec? Okay.
But their official name is Adams County Park and Rec.
Okay.
Short sales are
Okay.
Well, since there's a project map, is there any way we can get that for what we're looking at when they come back with the final?
project notice.
Oh, yeah. We just don't have that.
Yeah.
No, we right now don't have it.
But you guys have seen the map.
It's just off a tax center. Does that help? Okay. And it's town limits, whatever. Sorry, I needed to clarify that. Okay, answer to your question. Pass some of those around. There's more people on this side. Pass those down around. Pass it around. Slide for that one. Okay, these are three I copy and pasted. The three separate, answer to your question. Your application for the following project was successfully submitted and accepted. And then Centennial Trail multi-use path reconstruction, and there's where it says up to North Wall. The extra is not part of this. That's $496,000 TID requested. Does not mean that we got it yet. The middle part of the page is your application for the following project was successfully submitted and accepted for the 2026 crack seal maintenance project, multiple locations. And that was 97,850 TID requested. Bottom end, 2026 chip seal maintenance project. See, one's crack seal, one's chip seal, multiple locations. And that dollar amount was $214,650 of TIB requested. So those are the applications that are on their table. Curtis of Keller Associates submitted. That's for everyone's information. All right, moving on. The seal coating has begun. When I wrote this on Quail Loop and 8th Street, all of a sudden I went up there and they said, we're done. Okay, so when's the second coat? Well, it'll be another day or two, or when they can get back. So anyway, it'll be applied in a few days. But it does look really nice as long as people take care first, and it'll last supposedly 10 years, hopefully. Friday, this is a note to everyone, please. Friday, August 29th, the office will be closed from noon on for budget workshop. Also closed is Monday, September 1st for Labor Day. So the office will be closed on those times. Okay. The returning to the agenda for the finances, Anna and Jamie reviewed the bills earlier today. So, got any more questions? With the pending warrants. Sorry to got winded over the things. I think it was important. I need the letter.
No, but,
First one I got burned.
no, actually, with the pending, we got an Ogden Murphy Wallace poll as well. Nope, I got Ogden Murphy Wallace. So with the pending invoices, we got several Avista bills today for a total of $2,560.35, and Ogden Murphy Wallace bill today for a total of $1,532.80. So the pending invoices total is $37,148.45. $37,148.45.
Okay, we'll start on that pending invoices. Does anybody have any questions about the pending invoices?
No, but I would like to make sure that we get the Ogden Murphy Wallace invoice in with the next set of bills that we review, since we didn't have a chance to look at that today.
Yeah, it came after you were in, it came after lunch.
I understand that, but we need to make sure the invoice is in with the next set for us to review.
Okay.
Thank you.
Make a motion to accept the pending invoices dated August 26, 2025, in the amount of $37,148.45.
It's moved and seconded to approve the pending dated August 26, 2025, $37,148.45 is the amount. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Motion carries. No, I just gave it to you, so yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to the warrant check register dated August 12th, 2025 to August 25th, 2025. In the amount, well, I'm asking questions first. I'll stick with that. Anything here? Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to pay the warrant check register dated August 12th, 2025 to August 25th, 2025 in the amount of $66,192.75. and 29 cents.
Moved and seconded to approve the, August 12th to August 25th of 2025 warrant register. Dollar amount, $66,192.29. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Motion carries.
While they're signing that, I'm gonna get the sign.
Ralph, do you want to say anything? No. Okay. Who else in the audience?
She wants me to say something. No, no.
Do you want to give us an update on the treatment plant, how it's going?
On the treatment plant out there. So everything's, we are still having problems with the nitrate issue. Sample, by the time the lab tests the sample and you get the results back, it's 2 weeks later and everything's already gone through, and it's like there's nothing you can do to adjust it. It's like, it's about once a month is all that we get a spike in there, the rest, it seems like it's down. And so I'm in contact with some stuff on the screens because it's not turning on correctly. So we're trying to figure out what the sense of why it's not doing that. I did pump it down yesterday and there's a snake down in there if you guys want a snake. It's alive, it's crawling around down there. So,
It's a pet.
other than that, I mean, we had the belt press pump go out here a few months ago. When I got parts, I fixed that. And so that's up and repaired and working fine. And then we did get all the water line stuff. And some of these water lines around here, these 2.5 inch ones, I mean, the one that we replaced, that one leak, as we kept going, we're just trying to clean it off just to find a good spot for it. Got another leak. We ended up replacing about 15 foot of line.
That's on Third Street.
Because, on 3rd Street, because it was so bad.
Yeah.
On there.
And actually, Third Street is one of the things that I've asked Curtis to kind of put on the top of the burner for next project, grant monies, whatever's out
Water
there.
line maintenance.
Yeah.
So when we built the plan, the engineer at the time told me that there shouldn't be anything growing within about 5 to 8 feet of the little white tubes that are coming out of the ground out in the field. Because he said that the roots would try to go into the piping where we pipe all
And then where the effluent is,
the thank you. And I noticed it's extremely overgrown, drive by it every day, so I just wondered what you feel about that, or?
well, you've got effluent water, and I don't know what he's saying on it, because you got effluent water that is high in nutrients and stuff,
Stuff likes to grow.
and it's going to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
But we
putting it out in the
always used to
field
keep it-
for it, and it's growing.
We used to keep it bare around those,
Yeah.
so that it didn't have strong roots and something go in there and work its way in or crack something.
Right, well, we had ecology out there, was it, a couple months ago did an inspection, and they walked that whole thing, and they had no issues with anything that was the way things were out there.
Okay, so you don't think it's a problem to have
I'll go look
all
at
the
it
plants
again.
growing around?
Yeah, I'll look at it again.
Okay, it's just a concern, because
Okay.
that was something that they were kind of adamant about, so we always would go out and weed eat and make sure that a lot of stuff wasn't growing around.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
I want to thank you for pumping down that tank. I'm still getting alarms. Okay, anything else? Council, your turn, Ms. Anna. Jim, your turn.
Okay, where are we on the meters? Special replacement. Have we been able to do anything with that? Okay,
What we are doing right now is getting the meter ID and the radio ID so that it can work or talk with the handheld.
okay. Has Ruel been able to do any kind of training on?
You'll have to ask him.
Ruel, have you
Training
been able to do?
With
any-
Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, out the wastewater plant stuff.
Okay,
We've got some stuff out there.
okay, good. That's what we'd like to hear. And a couple of months ago, I asked for a copy or a list of who has access to well 6. Other than the contract.
Well, 6 users. I created a list from 2020 to 2025 of users. There you go.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Great.
And you'll note that in February was the rate change, so the list has decreased immensely.
Okay. Let's see, has there been any progress on the stuff down there on Third Street? Any kind of progress on that stuff? Because now we've got trucks parked on both sides of the road. I mean, it's just like the farms coming to town. On Third Line.
Oh. His harvest is over with. And getting into contact with him is sketchy at the best. Letters have been written and taped to his residence door. He has not come in to say anything or report back that he's gotten them. Right now, he is focused on sewer issues in England.
Okay. Well, this isn't just an overnight thing, you obviously know. So when will we be starting to see some fines being assessed? I mean, if he's ignoring you.
What you have to do is decide on the fines amounts.
Okay.
And that answer is with Julie and Heidi at Compton,
Okay.
Murphy and Wallace.
Okay. Let's see. Has anybody been able to do anything with the bathroom in the park?
Not yet.
Not yet. Still hanging fire on that.
You got a new hammer?
I have about 6 hands. I use one.
What's your number?
One. Did you tell me that there's one fire right there? How many meters can we replace?
Did you say 7?
7, okay. Any, of course, one employee for everybody. Anticipate a date on those. I was informed that there's supposed to be a reserve fund for the sewer plant. For any repairs that is not supposed to impact the budget, because there's a certain amount that's supposed to go into that fund every year. That was part of the,
Who informed you of that? Because there is nothing ever in any of budget lines,
I'll tell you afterwards.
no reserve line.
There's a reserve fund for USDA and a vehicle reserve fund.
Yeah, that's the
And
only.
then
But nothing for a sewer fund?
no sewer reserve fund, no.
Okay.
There never has been that I've ever found.
Okay, well, I will ask them about that then, come in and talk to you. That's all I have.
Okay, Jamie.
Couple
How do we handle when people bring a check in the office and it gets lost? What is the process for that?
Let's
Check in the office that gets lost.
Yeah, they bring the check to you, and then you contact them a month later saying that you don't know the check.
I've never had that happen.
It happened to one person 2 times. She came in one time and handed you the check and left before she got a receipt. The second time, she put it in the Dropbox. And that's just makes people very worried that one person would have 2 handwritten checks that just never seem to make it.
Any check that I receive has a receipt written,
And people, I watch them walk in and throw the check across the desk, and then you mail them, right? The receipt.
if they request.
If they
it.
But they're requested, otherwise you're required to write a receipt.
I'm required to write a receipt by, say,
Everything.
So this person's had to cancel checks. So what is your?
That same person contacted her bank and there was no check written,
check
is
was never
what we were
cashed.
told.
Well, it was never cash,
No,
doesn't mean
that
she didn't
wasn't written.
hand it to you.
Yeah, it never
Came to us.
It was never
There
given
was
to
nothing,
us.
nothing written. Nothing to the town.
When she walked in and slid it across the top.
We go
Okay.
back and forth.
So I just want to know because that's important.
If you write a check, it is receipted.
If it's handed to me in my hand, I write a receipt.
If it's left in the door, then it's the next day or the next noon or whatever, and it's also receipted.
I've had people tell me they've written it in and put it in the box and then they find it in their vehicle a month later.
Yes.
I've had that happen several times. And the person you're talking about has told me that. It is the person I think it is. Okay.
Well,
Maybe not.
I just wondered what the procedure is when somebody has said that they come in, put it on the counter or put it in the box.
A receipt would be written.
And we have them call the bank to see if the check has been deposited.
Sure.
And if it's been deposited, then we go back in our receipt books to find. And
Say you're cleaning and you find a check that slipped down on the door.
then I call them and tell them I found a check that was written on this day. How do you want me to handle it?
If that ever happens.
I mean, we're all human, so.
It has happened once. It has
I'm just
happened
saying, if it has happened.
Okay.
And the auditor has demanded us to have a 2-person count on cash initial on that receipt, right? And then, so that they are happy as well.
In October, there's going to be an infrastructure conference and training, the state infrastructure conference, and I would like to attend this year. There's also going to be a Washington State Small Airport Association conference, and I would like to also attend those and represent the town of Lynn at those events. If council's
What's the dollar amount, Jane?
not sure.
Not sure yet.
I can add that, but I just want to bring that up because last year was a little odd when I got to go. I wasn't registered.
But you work. I traded.
They didn't have my name on any list.
No, I traded. Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to take care of it way in advance.
Right.
So
On
there's
time.
no issues with that.
Yeah. Two people airport. Once you find out the dollar amounts or you'll be part of the registration form.
They're changing the infrastructure conference to earlier in October. It's usually at the end, and then right after that is the airport one. There's splitting up the airport one. Just put that out there.
Anything else? we've got one person signed up, Vicky. Oh,
Jeremy.
sorry, you're so silent.
I'm just trying not to disturb everybody, you know?
Anyway.
No,
Oh,
It's worrying about the maintenance on the south side bridges. Bridge. When was the last time that was inspected, and do we have a schedule for that to be inspected, and if so, when is the next inspection?
as far as inspection goes, it hasn't been inspected for, I want to say 2 years. It's on the, schedule. Let's see.
Been told that it looks like it's kind of separated.
Yeah,
It's just, it can be a safety precaution for people on that side if there is a fire. I mean, we're kind of in the kind of began the fire season, but it's still possible. So I just, if you could go take a look at it and maybe the engineer look at it next time he's in
I
town.
don't think it needs engineering, it just needs filling, and we've got the cracked or, coal patch. Now, we do have enough to fill both of those bridges, I think.
Doesn't the county do an annual or some, well,
It's the town's responsibility.
they don't do it?
Oh, the inspection?
The
Yes,
inspection.
the county does.
Before we move on, I would like to mention something real quick.
Okay,
I know it's at the end of the season now, so it's kind of irrelevant, but what's going on with the emergency call system that was supposed to be in place? I still don't know that it's active. We approved it to be up,
And we haven't seen.
and we haven't seen any payment come through.
I haven't gotten a new bill for it yet.
You shouldn't have to pay anything.
Well, yeah, we upped
Or
it.
the service up and running, we shouldn't have to pay anything.
I think we've already paid it.
yeah, it wasn't.
I'll have to look into that, because,
Right.
there was a problem with, on their part. They, I had to contact them because I was putting the numbers in once we upped it. And I contacted them to bump up to 150 numbers, and they bumped up our message to 150 words instead of 150 numbers. And, I was waiting for our check to go through because we did pay. I'm positive we paid the additional amount for the 150 numbers. I'm sure that's been paid already.
Well, I'm sure they'll understand, just like if we were somebody moved in and we were to give them a bill for a month or 2 months of service when their water hasn't been turned on yet. See what I'm saying?
No, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the fact that the numbers were not upped, the words were upped, and I contacted them to find out why I couldn't finish putting in the numbers. And it took them a little while to figure out what happened. And when they finally figured it out, they corrected their mistake. And it took me a little while to get the rest of the numbers put in. And then I was gone for a week. And I haven't been able to figure out how to do the test message or whatever to activate the system yet.
They have somebody that can walk you through it.
So maybe somebody.
That's the process that I need to
The
do.
town knows.
I just haven't had time to do
Run that
that.
stuff, maybe come down and give you a couple pointers.
Say that again, Jeremiah, I'm sorry.
Maybe we can post on community pages that if anybody knows has experience in dealing with that kind of stuff, setting it up, maybe they can help you out.
Oh, that I can figure it out online, I just haven't had time to do it yet.
Okay. Well, the town's paying for a service that we're not getting service.
I understand, I was gone for a week and I am playing catch up, and I haven't had time to do it yet.
Do you put that in your bond, or do you just continue to pay the charge the people of Flint for service that they paid for and they're not getting?
Whatever.
It'll take a week or so to figure it out.
We-
I mean,
I was gonna say,
I can
well,
step
when
up
you
to
get
the
the
sign as
chance.
quickly as possible.
What I was gonna ask you.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Mindy.
Sorry.
Oh.
Can we be credited for the month that we paid and haven't had it serviced?
It would be too much better.
Or 2 months? Okay. If we get a chance to look into that. Okay, thank you.
Okay, everybody's done at the table, correct?
Yes.
All right, Vicky, take the floor.
The 2-day clothing event was a big success.
Nice.
And the community was appreciative of what happened and how it happened and that. A community member has approached me to go back and do it together. She wants to do it downtown in the next couple weeks again, and we want to continue it. Cause Sunday I went out of town and got 8 big bags of stuff that was donated for the town. We had somebody drop off 7 bags. So I took in as much as I got it out, and she's like, "You've lost your mind." And I said, "Well, we'll make it work, don't worry about it." So cleaning up today, we went through a lot of stuff, and the people want it still, so we are gonna do it again in a couple of weeks. When I have the date, I'll get it posted and do that, but we wanna do it back where we were until we fine tune a couple things, but they're at least receptive of doing it down there again.
All right.
Move to adjourn.
Moving second to adjourn. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
That's you.
No, no.
8:21. Good night, Jeremiah.
What?
Well, and then they had to be, whether.
You're welcome, I just wasn't able to get to you Obviously not some bringing comment.
Hello, Benny, just yours. Pretty good, how are you?
Yellow golf comment.
I want to get one of them. Things to put it
I'm going up, people can stop one a day for mail.
I know, that's what and the engineer told me that they came out and looked at our bridge separation.
I'm going that direction. Yeah. Fine, well, this has been fun, yeah, real.
It's not been real fun?
Nope.
Okay.
You're not as fun as it should be.
I know we're still on the wrong